Guys, a recap of last weekend at Oeste Retro Games Festival here in Portugal, and let me tell you what a crazy weekend it was. And greetings YouTube gamers, welcome to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro and welcome to the channel. If you're new on the channel guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. First of all guys, I put some thought in making this video because I was not sure if I was going to make it in Portuguese or in English. This video will be about a convention that I attended to last weekend, Oeste Retro Games Festival, the biggest retro gaming con here in Portugal. And yes, this is a Portuguese convention, but I want to let the international community to know what's going on in the retro gaming scene here in my country. So the Oeste Retro Games Festival takes place in Lourinhã, in Portugal, and this was actually the third edition of the convention, but the previous two editions was, a more generalistic gaming event, if you will, because it was actually called Oeste Games Festival, not Oeste Retro Games Festival. Although this year they decided to change the name of the convention, and they also changed directions in theme. And the theme, of course, is retro gaming. So what it was like, was it big? Was it worth it? Did I have fun? Honestly guys, it was amazing. It was incredible to see the whole community there, so many retro gamers in one convention, in the tiny country of Portugal. Because it is true, Portugal is a small country, but filled with beautiful people. Now, first of all guys, the price of the tickets. €2 for the whole weekend. That's right, €2. There was literally dozens of different machines to play. We're talking about more than 40 different systems across, the different ages of gaming. Everything from the Pong units, the 8-bit consoles, the 16-bit, 32-bit, arcades, retro PC games, and of course, arcade machines. It was not only about gaming, and this is the cool thing about these conventions, is that a lot of different communities come together. So there were a ton of board games there, Carcassonne, Catan, trading card games. Also, there was actually a Magic the Gathering tournament there. I saw some people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game also. I don't know if it was a tournament or not, but there was plenty to see there. Of course that we had animators and cosplayers, and different merchandising also. Pixel art, comic books, what else? Action figures, and on the outside of the event there was street food, which is always great because, gamers need to eat. Now, gaming tournaments, there was a CSGO tournament there. There were also arcade tournaments, retro console tournaments. I think there was a Mortal Kombat one. There were also a couple of booths there where people were restoring retro hardware. There was also a booth of RetroPie. So literally everything in one single convention. Now, the highlights for me was really to hang out with people. I met a lot of you guys, I took a lot of pictures, I got some gifts also, but I will leave that to the next part of the video. I met fellow YouTubers, I met fans of the show. It was really mind-blowing. I saw little kids, young kids playing with their parents, playing arcades, playing the NES, the Mega Drive, the vintage PC stuff. There were people and gamers from, everywhere in the country. And it was actually my first time in Lourinhã. And you guys really made me feel, like I was at home. The organization and the whole team of the event was, was amazing. I hanged out with Marco from MFGAMING there, my friend. Was great to see you again. I met for the first time a fellow YouTuber, João Correia, and the biggest reference of retro gaming from Lourinhã, Retro2, my friend. It was awesome to meet you. I will leave the links of my fellow colleagues' YouTube channels in the description box below for you guys to check it out. And last but not least, I have to talk about the vendors. There was so much product there, it was crazy guys. And I went to the convention with a small budget, hoping to get, just a couple of games, like 1 or 2 games maybe. And let me honestly tell you guys, for all of you that think that, the retro gaming collecting is dead, that the prices are outrageous, we just can't get good deals anymore. My friends, you guys are 100% wrong. Because let me talk about the prices, guys. The prices were mind-blowing. It almost felt that I was game hunting 10 years ago. There was more than 20 retro gaming vendors there. So I'm talking about everything from hardware, add-ons, software, everything. I saw ZX Spectrum stuff, I saw Commodore Amiga stuff, I saw NES, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Family Games, 32-bit stuff, PS1, Sega Saturn, everything. I saw light guns, I saw a Power Glove, I saw a 32X, everything. Tons of add-ons, tons of official merchandise from the 80s, from the 90s. And not just common stuff, guys. There was a lot of rare stuff over there. I saw a Tombi 2, for example. I saw sealed Final Fantasy games for the PS1. I saw a lot of imports from Japan, a lot of exclusives. I saw complete Neo Geo MVS kits. I saw completed in-box 32X games. The only downside of the event, guys, was for your wallets. So I did pick a couple of stuff, and I also got a couple of donations. And I'll give a couple of shout-outs to a couple of people that I met there. And I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anyone, because like I said, guys, I really met a lot of people. Now, first of all, I got this awesome t-shirt from Mr.NES. I met this guy at the convention. He was selling his doubles, and he also showcased a couple of his personal NES collection. And let me tell you guys, probably one of the biggest NES collections in Portugal. I saw crazy rare stuff there, I mean, in mint condition. He had, you know, a power glove completed in box. He got a couple of rare RPGs over there. He got a couple of heavy hitters like Mighty Final Fight, complete in box, PAL edition. He got the Miracle keyboard, you know, the piano for the NES, and also the cartridge. Again, PAL editions. NES product like this, guys, here in Europe, I mean, it is very, very rare. My friend, it was awesome to meet you. Congratulations on your amazing collection, and thank you so much for the t-shirt. So, yeah, representing. Now, another vendor there, I'm sorry, my friend, I really can't remember your name, but he got me some stickers and also a calendar from 1996, as you guys can see right here. And these are special. I hope that you guys can see these Sega Saturn stickers right here, and also this Sega Saturn calendar. These were official and exclusive Sega products here in Portugal. These were distributed by Echo Films, and Echo Films was the official distributor of the Sega products here in Portugal back in the 90s. So this right here, guys, is a little bit of gaming history from my country. I also got a very cool sticker from Retro Level. Now next, my good friend Gilles from Retro2, again, link in the description box below. Gilles also had a booth there selling his doubles, and this guy has an amazing collection also. And he found these while he was game hunting, and he saved it for me as a donation for my channel because he knows that I'm crazy about these. So 2 multi-cards from my Game Boy collection. Now Gilles also hooked me up with this amazing and uncommon title for the PS1. And this was actually part of a trade. He knew that I was looking for this. This is kind of a rare game these days for the PS1. Hard to get for a decent price for sure. So, Bubsy 3D complete mint condition for the PS1. Great shape, the box is in great condition, and not only I got the manual, of course, but I also got a couple of extra goodies. This is a register certificate, as you guys can see, and also this extra stuff. Gilles, my friend, it was great to finally meet you. Obrigado for the donations, I mean, you're the best. All the best for you, your wife, and the new baby of the family. Now, PS1 was good for me. I did good on the PS1 picks at the Oeste Retro Games Festival. Now, these came from the same vendor, and this guy had a lot of retro stuff there, and he also had a couple of Raspberry Pi projects there as well. A couple of PS1 games, these were dirt cheap, and on top of that, you know, because I'm also cheap, I asked him for a deal. Again, guys, these are completely in box. The boxes are without cracks, mint condition pretty much. Now the first one, and also an uncommon game for the PS1, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D card game, Forbidden Memories. I'm a huge fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I love the anime, I love the trading card games, I have all of the games on the PS2, but I never got the chance to play this one back in the day. Again, guys, 100% complete. Both the manual and also the certificate. So this was the first one, and number 2, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. This is Aladdin and Nysera's Revenge. I'm a huge fan of the old school Disney games from back in the day. I mean, pretty much everything that Disney did during the late 80s and the 90s was great. I still don't have the Aladdin game on the Mega Drive, but I did play that game, and it is amazing. And honestly, I never heard about this one. And yeah, now it's part of my PS1 collection. And again, as you can see, guys, 100% complete. Some promotional stuff over there. Also a couple of promotional stuff from PS2. And the manual, of course. When I was browsing this game, I went online to see a couple of gameplay footage. And it looked very cool. It definitely looks impressive when it comes to the graphics for a PS1 game. So I really can't complain. I'm very happy with my recent additions to my PS1 collection. Now, last but not least, I got a very nice deal on this game. And I believe that I bought this from Retro Monkeys. Here's the card from their store. These guys had a lot of crazy stuff going on there, a couple of obscure stuff. And this game is for the ZX Spectrum. And it's called Black Crystal, and it is actually an RPG. You guys know I'm a huge fan of ZX Spectrum, and I'm also a huge fan of RPGs. So like it says right here, Black Crystal is the ultimate role-playing adventure for the ZX Spectrum. Now, ZX Spectrum stuff is common here in Europe, not very expensive to collect for, but sometimes when it comes to these official releases with unique boxes, artwork, stuff like that, again, not crazy expensive, but a little bit hard to find. This one is 100% complete, and I bundle it with a couple of games with a friend that was there, and it only cost me €5. So let me just show you guys what we are dealing with. Both cassettes, as you guys can see right here, and also an old school black and white manual. Let me tell you guys, these are essential when it comes to ZX Spectrum gaming. So again, Retro Monkeys, thank you so much for the awesome deal. Now, last but not least, I have a couple of cards here. Shout out to Arcadegame, shout out to Paula Silva. This lady right here is probably one of the most knowledgeable persons when it comes to ZX Spectrum here in the country. And also a shout out to Heimdall Geek Store. I will leave all of these links in the description box below for you guys to check it out. I also want to thank my good friend João Correia for the ride to the event. And last but not least, guys, this is probably the biggest one. A huge shout out to João Figueiredo. João Figueiredo is the mastermind behind Oeste Retro Games Festival. And my friend, you are literally the ambassador of retro gaming in Portugal. A huge, massive hug for you, my friend. It was great to meet you. And from the bottom of my heart, muito obrigado. So guys, next year, I hope to see you all at the Oeste Retro Games Festival. Feel free to check out my after movie of the event. So next year there's more, and I really can't wait for the Oeste Retro Games Festival 2020. And let me know about you guys. Did you guys went to the Oeste Retro Games Festival 2019? Let me know on the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put a like on this video. Please subscribe to the channel and take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community, and game a lot.